Neilist here, and welcome back to us discussing childhood memories. Silly stories of when we were kids. Today, you guys get to meet my mom. Yay! And, some quite embarrassing stories from her. Please enjoy.
So, when was the first time everybody had alcohol? If we're going to talk about youth and first experiences
I was
and
like
thinking
18
stupid
or
shit.
something,
18?
maybe. I don't know.
That's about the same time for me.
My dad used to make me drinks when I was like 18.
Yeah, right? Like, I occasionally, like, strawberry daiquiris. While my parents were on the porch, they'd make strawberry daiquiris and they'd give us a sip to try to normalize alcohol. But, like, they wouldn't let us, like,
I was allowed to sip from, like, somebody's beer probably when I was, like, 8 or something. I don't even remember. But when I was like 18, my parents were divorcing, and like everything was kind of weird. And I think my dad wanted to be like the favorite, so he was like, "Do you want a rum and coke?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I gotcha.
Which is funny because they went from being like really conservative and like, "Are you smoking weed at your friend's house? Yes. Are you drinking alcohol?" to being like, "Okay, have fun, use a condom. Do you want alcohol? Do you want a drink? Here you go." You know,
wow.
It was weird.
I don't mean to laugh at that situation,
no, it's
but
fine.
wow,
I laugh at it.
That
Whatever.
is weird.
I got orange
Neil,
juice,
when was the first
orange
time
juice, LaCroix, and rum. The first time I got drunk was on port at this Wiccan lady's house.
Ooh.
And then we had sex.
Yeah. Hey. What?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Like,
there we go. Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, they're both crystal. So.
you gotta hold it by the stem.
Yeah, you're right.
Gotta get your finger wet, too.
Yep.
I'll get your finger wet.
Give me the juice.
All right, let's see.
Although the second time I got drunk was on my 21st birthday with you guys.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yep.
Was that before or after the mead incident where you couldn't finish DMing a game because
well, that was
you
before.
got so drunk on mead?
Yeah, that was before.
And by so drunk, everybody, I want to say half a glass of mead got Neil so drunk couldn't finish his story. That's not true anymore. It's not true anymore.
No, I can do like 5 shots.
Credit where credit's due. Neil has now got better tolerance than I do. Granted, I'm a cheap date, but still.
Neil was such a cheap date when we went our first date. He had like a fruity ass cocktail and was like bobbing around like a little silly Billy cutie pie.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
A silly Billy cutie pie.
And then you went to school and you became an alcoholic.
Yeah, I did. And by alcoholic, I mean I could down half a fifth in a night and be sober in half an hour.
Color me impressed.
Let's get a little pre-cum.
A little bit of pre.
You know, if it bubbles, that means you have an STD. Or something.
I didn't know that, but
Yes.
so okay, everyone.
I'm told
Another
that.
thing you've
I
learned
don't know
on
for,
the Neilist. Apparently, if
that might-
pre-bubbles, you have an STD.
Like
so
significant bubbling is
get
bad,
yourself
I'm
checked.
told. I might be wrong. I'm not very experienced.
We are not sexologists. Go to Dr. Doe for this
Yeah.
information.
Neil says we're not sexologists.
I can't
but
diagnose
we're
your wiener,
sexologists.
so...
I wouldn't listen to that. We're totally sexologists. Yeah.
So maybe we should just talk about weird shit we did as kids.
Yeah.
Like one thing I did when it was one of my first biology class.
Uh-huh.
And I made this shit. Teal!
Teal!
Go get the lavender bitters.
Kapink.
Thank you. So one thing that I did as a kid, and this is a very embarrassing thing that
Sorry.
She got you good.
did. Where's
Give me
my
some.
lipstick?
In the bathroom.
Well,
Oh, I don't know what you're doing there, but you might
lavender
probably-
bitters.
Ooh, I like that. There was Taproot Cider does a fantastic lavender cocktail.
Yeah?
Yeah, with
Nice.
a little bit of there.
We were just... What were we just talking about? No, not Taproot.
Oh, it
to
smells so
remember
nice in
something
here.
It does lavender.
Instead of B.O.
Wait,
Yes.
what? We smell like BO. I'm sorry.
It doesn't
No, we
smell like
don't.
BO
I
in
was
here.
gonna say
I was
showered.
making
I
a
just
joke.
left and I came back. It does not smell like BO in here.
Here.
It's just
It's a
warm.
little
Here's to
warm.
being a
Yeah.
good smelling person.
Yes.
Here.
Here to
Yes.
lavender.
It's important to smell good. People don't like you if you smell bad.
It's true.
Lavender was a good addition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to come up with more cocktails we can make with that stuff. We just
Yeah.
kind of picked it up on a whim because it was like, oh shit, lavender bitters? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
because the guys at Taproot Cider legit, like, they put a little lavender bitters in, and then they garnish your drink with spruces of lavender.
Aw,
It's
cute.
pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
I'm gonna have
Cute
to.
is a good word for it. It's pretty
We're
cute.
gonna have to go. I've never
My
been to a
God,
tap
stop.
room.
Yeah, we should. They have some really good, like, they have a dark and stormy that's pretty legit. Oh.
Hot.
So, my story.
Yes.
It was a junior high biology class. And so I was giving this presentation about something. I don't fucking remember. It had something to do with, like, old ass time. It was a paleo...
Old ass time.
Old ass time.
That is
Old ass
post-Cretaceous, but pre-AD.
Yeah.
Or, what's the current... So it's not...
CE, current
CE,
era.
thank you. CE.
Yep.
Why?
Current
Even
era.
What
said
is
half the
CE?
word. Current era, and then
Okay.
BCE would be before current era. Though we're
Correct.
still, I think, basing it off the birth of Jesus.
We are.
Regardless of,
We are.
of
Okay.
what terminology we
So
use.
the Christians still won.
That's right. That's a good... I mean, well, sort of. There are other cultures that use other calendars. It's
China.
just we are
It's-
kind of
yeah,
embedded in a
yeah.
Western ideology.
And
Anyway,
we
too
do
heavy
control
for
a
this
lot of
video.
the
Indeed.
Media and
That's
stuff.
true.
Yeah.
So-
That's true.
This it was about like bacteria, I think, back when it was basically just bacteria.
Bacteria.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so I had a phrase I was supposed to say, a living organism, blah 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 blah. And
Say
I
orgasm.
said a living orgasm.
Perfect.
So like
It's better than a dead organ.
and like I didn't even stop. You know, I was just like blah 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 with a living orgasm, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And people started and I realized what I said and I just stopped. I was like a living organism, blah blah. And I basically read the rest of the paper like in front of my face
Aww.
because I could feel how red I was.
Yep,
You
no.
know,
Oh god, that feeling is always so rough.
that was before I basically got over it. And it's like nowadays, if I said that, I'd be like ha ha ha, and I'd keep going. you know?
Orgasm.
Orgasms.
crazy
They're all
how-
living, right?
Let's hope.
I hope so. Yeah, Christ.
Aw.
It's funny how much.
Necrophilia.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
when I was a kid, if I would have done something like that, I would have like crawled in a box.
Yeah.
Now I would just probably like.
It's like
laugh.
sprinted out of the room.
Yeah, now I would have
disappeared into
Now
a
I
bathroom.
would like laugh hysterically and
Yeah.
just be like, "Oh, whoops, fuck me."
And it's good because you realize like that's the right way to handle it,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Just 'cause
yeah.
you just
It's
like
a
laugh at it
learning-
and everybody
it's
laughs
a
at it
learning
with you,
process.
and you're just like,
you
yeah,
just have to not
Yeah,
make a
it's
big
just
deal out
whatever.
of it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh no,
the world is over.
And when I was a kid, though, like I've always crossed my legs like this, just like
That
you
doesn't
can't really
hurt
see it
at
in the
all?
video. No, you just, well, I mean, you arrange things in the right way, and it's fine.
I'm just terrible at arranging, I suppose.
genital arrangement."
It helps wearing like tighter underwear because it keeps it in that arrangement.
We're talking boxer briefs, right? Because those, legit, everybody on the internet agree with me. Boxer briefs, most comfortable form of underwear for men, save for women's underwear, which is more comfortable. It really is. I wore one of my ex's underwear for a couple days. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
right.
wish male underwear was made that soft and
Yeah.
that comfortable and
Yeah.
that supportive.
Yeah.
Why is it so supportive? That's what I'm curious
So,
about.
what were they like booty shorts type underwear?
No, they were legit
just like briefs.
Just
they were
panties?
they were panties. They
Okay.
were 100% panties.
'Cause,
But
like-
I was out of underwear and I needed some.
Okay, no, I'm just
Any
curious
port in a
because the main
storm,
issue.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, no, the
Totally.
main issue with a lot of ladies' panties
Any
and
port
that
in a
is just
storm.
ballroom. You know, they're obviously not
Yeah.
made with ballroom,
Yeah.
so depending on what you get, like boy shorts are pretty good if you want to be a guy and wear like ladies' panties. Some briefs are pretty okay.
I like the softness. The
Yeah, no, the
softness on
fabric
there.
is
It's just
totally
like,
different.
Oh, jealous.
I've worn
Truly.
Neil's. I've like counter to that. I've worn
Mhm.
Neil's underwear. He has some old underwear that he doesn't care for, and he was like, "Neil, wear these. I don't like these anymore. Bleed all over them." You know. So I wore them, and they're
Yeah,
kind
fair.
of like canvas or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like wearing
They're like
sailcloth
canvas.
on your genitals. It's like
Yeah.
if you were stranded on a boat and you needed pants.
You take the sail and make pants out of it. Yeah, it'd be terrible. Either way, but apparently with sitting like this and with how I walked as like a kid in like fucking second and third grade, apparently the other kids made fun of me for it. But not to my face.
Yeah, right.
You know, like that kind of way. And then there was this one kid, and this has stuck out in my memory ever since. For Halloween, he was dressed up like a girl. And he was just like, hey, look, I'm Neil. And I was just like, what's that supposed to mean? I didn't even fucking understand. And like the way he was crossing his legs, and then I looked at my legs, and they were crossed that way, and I'm like, what? What does that have to do with anything? I don't get it.
Kids are fucking shit. It's true.
Kids are assholes.
They are.
Kids are monsters.
Did either of you ever get in a fight when you were young? Like a physical fight?
Only with my brothers. We would just kind of like angrily flappy grapple with each other. It was like really pathetic, you know, just kind of like. Argh. I think we mostly tried to choke each other. Yeah, they were like, it was like really limp and shitty, like.
Yeah, there was this kid that always kind of like made fun of me in high school. He was kind of a dick. Mm-hmm. He was part of our friend group. Oh. You know, and he was just kind of an asshole all the time. And this was like 5 years into my martial arts training.
Oh, know? Dang. What's like, this kid signing up for? That's what I gotta ask.
Right. I was a month away from getting my black belt at this point in time. And at our junior high, it was like you had the lunch, and then right across the hall where there was this outdoor space. So if like when you were done eating, you could just go outside for a bit, hang out until lunch was over.
Yeah.
And so
Central had the same thing.
Yeah, and so I was just out there hanging out with my friend, and then he came up behind me and put me in a headlock. And my training instantly, I went like this, just like boom, and then I kicked him in the back. And he just went boom, face first into the concrete. And then I just stood there, like I literally went like this and stood there waiting for him. And he just kind of looked up at me like, okay, man, and just walked away. I was like, yeah, fuck you.
So I had some kid, I want to say
it was such a reflex, like,
yeah,
boom,
right.
and
exactly.
you fuck you.
Just like, it's like you're not even thinking about it, you're just immediately reacting to the situation, right?
Yeah, so it was like one of those things that they had trained us in martial arts so many times, over and over and over and over, until it just happened.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's cool that it was a kind of a reaction. I think
at
that's
least it was sweet,
like,
and you got to be like, "Yeah, fuck you,
yeah,
big face."
Exactly.
Yeah,
Good for you.
That was like the biggest physical fight I was ever in, especially, and I think it was because it happened in the middle of the crowded lunch area. Ooh, you know, so it was like everybody saw it.
Yeah,
it was like before the fight was over.
You don't fuck with Neil.
Yeah,
that's true.
It also helped that the next year I was taller than everyone else. And I was like the goth kid of the school, you know, like I wore the trench coat after Columbine. Ooh. And like,
you probably played Doom too, didn't you?
Oh fuck yeah, I love Doom.
Of course you did.
Yeah, but it's like I wore the trench coat, I had the big ass boots and the eyeliner and all that shit, and like my mom always talked about how like I would walk into the school and the crowds would kind of spread a bit.
They really? Holy shit.
My mom's home. Mom! I was just talking about the story about how, like, when I was all gothed out, how people would, like, spread for me as I walked through, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
This is my mom.
She has the coolest shirt, and you don't get to see it.
Yeah, we're talking about, like...
Do you want a drink?
Dumb shit that happened when we were kids, you know?
Okay, so when Neil was in high school and he was gothed out, like eye makeup and black lipstick and a long black trench coat, the kind that those kids used to hide guns under.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he would walk into school, the crowds would part for him, and they would watch him go in, and it was like he was walking in slow motion. It was pretty cool. It was fun to watch.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah. Now an embarrassing one.
Oh.
Yes.
If you really want.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
I was in line with little toddler Neil.
Oh my God! Yes.
Recording. Oh God! Oh God!
I was in line at Meijer with little toddler Neil, and he looked up and he says, "Daddy has a big penis, huh, Mommy?" I went, "Shh, no, shh."
Oh God.
That was when he was potty training, right?
Yes,
so Rick
yes.
tried to show him.
Actually, yeah, three-ish years old. Yeah.
Yeah, Rick tried to show him how to
go potty.
So he saw it, how big his dad's wiener was compared to his...
Which is probably like eye level with little Neil.
drink.
That's so
We don't have like
fantastic.
proper drink receptacles. Do you want a shot or do you want something
A
else?
shot sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
What about the time we saw Black Man at Mare?
Where we saw what?
Black Man at Mare?
Black.
Man?
He was black,
I don't
African
remember
American.
that.
Was it the
I called him
chocolate man?
chocolate.
Oh, I don't remember that. That might
You
be
were the one that told me the story.
Was I?
Where I was just like, look, that man's made of chocolate. Or something.
Oh, my cousins weren't allowed to watch.
Cheers to
Cheers.
Oh no, I have to get my.
Cheers to little
Meal.
kids' stories,
Right.
yes.
Like, my cousins weren't allowed to watch Austin Powers for a while because they saw this. I feel bad for this man. They saw this big fat guy and they saw him at some store somewhere and they were like, "Look, it's Fat Bastard." So they weren't allowed to watch Austin Powers. Oh man, that poor man. Oh,
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
How long did I go for just juice and crackers?
That was about at 2 years of age, which was really funny because when you were 8 months old, you would eat anything put in front of your face.
Just harf.
And yes, and then by the time you turned 2, you were down to juicy juice and crackers.
Like saltines.
Yeah, like I couldn't get you to eat
Oh
anything
my
else, and I
gosh.
thought you were going to starve to death. But obviously, you didn't. So
Right.
the,
yeah.
the sandwich
Turned out well.
story.
Yeah.
The sandwich story.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I love this story.
I don't think
Sandwich
I've
story.
heard the
I'd be a
sandwich
terrible
story.
parent because I would have no patience for this sort of shit from a kid.
when he was in his picky eating phase, a little older than 2 because he would eat sandwiches at this point. But I cut one across rather than corner to corner.
Oh, okay.
And he could not bring himself to eat it. So he was in his bedroom sobbing because he was so hungry, but he just physically could not eat that sandwich. So I made him another one, cut it corner to corner, and he was fine.
I even promised myself I wouldn't laugh high pitched in this video. Oh my god.
There you go.
There you go.
That's so fantastic.
And I don't like to say this because he was sensitive about it at the time, but when you were like 4, 5 years old, very, very, very thin. And
I
I took a
was.
picture of you just wearing a pair of shorts, and I think you were holding a bat. And I told people this. If I submitted this picture to a magazine, people would send me money to feed this kid.
Oh my god.
My stomach was concave.
Yeah.
You could see my ribs.
Oh.
Very
Oh,
thin kid.
man.
Yeah, like I lift up my shirt, there's my ribs, concave stomach.
Yeah.
It was like that until I was like 14.
No kidding.
Like when I started doing the martial arts and like building up,
Yeah.
and like suddenly my appetite is like I'll eat an entire pizza in a sitting.
Yeah, and then
You
when
know?
you guys started doing, D&D here, and you'd be, Subway and pizzas and
way too much.
whatever
Doritos
the
and
hell,
Doritos,
yeah.
Doritos.
And yeah.
I don't know how Neil kept the figure. I really don't.
He did get a little
Martial arts.
Yes.
After that,
That does help.
after that, I got a bit pudgy. I got up to like 220, but that's about as high as
You're
I got.
also very tall, so
right.
It helps.
220 at
Yeah.
6'3" is not terrible.
Not
Yeah.
Right,
terrible.
right. But it's like there's like pictures of me back then where it's like you can see I had a little bit of something under the chin, you know.
You can
My
see it
cheeks
in your-
were
you
my
can see
cheeks
it
were
in
a
your
bit
face.
bigger.
every
Every
memory of you I have in my head has a beard. So I don't know if I've ever
Aw.
seen your chin.
Oh, we'll have to
Neil.
find a picture.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Well-
I did see your chin when we saw
Cut.
that wonderful high school picture. If everyone remembers that we saw
Right.
about
Right.
probably 10 minutes ago with all
Right.
the cuts you're
But
putting.
did
Yeah.
you go to
Cut with the
did you go to
chubbiest
Central?
Neil.
No, I went to Central.
Nah.
It was when I was a kid. Actually, I remember my mom had told me a story about where I was running around on the beach. We did this thing called playgroup, where like a bunch of various parents would bring their children together, and it was like an
Play
attempt
dates.
to try and get everybody
play
to like
dates.
interact. And one of the moms saw, and she was like, "Look at that kid! That kid is going to be so fat when he grows up." And it was me. And my mom was like, "Excuse me."
Oh my god. It's amazing the stuff that people say, like,
Yeah,
without,
right?
like, any sort of censorship.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Like, oh, there's no way that the
Sure.
person that I'm talking to right now is the person that this is
Yeah.
gonna offend.
Yeah, exactly.
Let
And I
me
mean,
just be like-
I was a
Yeah.
chunky kid, but I wasn't like a big cheeked, pudgy, like the quintessential fat kid. But like they saw I had a little bit of a distended stomach, and they were like, "That's it."
You never know
Sure.
what. That's stupid, though, because, like, My brother had a long time getting rid of his baby fat, and then he was never like a chubby kid. You know,
Well,
you
both
never
your
know.
brothers are pretty fucking ripped.
Yeah, and Dylan was a chubby kid for like not like chubby, but he had like the distended baby fat belly for the longest time. He was really self-conscious about it.
Huh.
Yeah, that was something that was kind of worrisome about you because, you know, you're supposed to go through a period
And I
of
never
time
did.
where you're pudgy and then you kind of grow and you get lean. And you never
I was
had
just a
that
beanpole
pudge
the entire
the
time.
entire time. Yeah.
Skeletor, Neil.
Skeletor.
Basically.
I was gonna do that. For
Another one that was funny when you were probably we were here, so you were probably
Gosh, but like
3 to 4 years old. You like to take your clothes off, and Rowan went through the same thing. But anyway, my neighbor saw this and she thought it was freaking hilarious. But the ice cream truck came.
Oh God!
And little Neil goes sprinting out there, stark naked, and there's Mom running after him. Neil, you get back here!
Oh my god!
I'm spilling on your
Oh my god! So there was a running joke in my friend group for a while because I was in that. We just talked about it before, but I was in that Mormon Boy Scout troop.
Yeah.
And one time after Boy Scouts, during the winter, they would always like plow the church parking lot and then put the big piles up around.
Mm.
And so there was one time where I tried to run up the pile and I was like, "Look, guys, like in the Matrix." And then I ran up it, fell on my face, and then slid down on my face whole hill. So for the next 4 years, all through high school, whenever we had to go up a hill, someone would yell, "Look, guys, like in the Matrix," and then we'd run up the hill. And it was super. Looking back, it's hilarious, but at the time, oh my god, that was so embarrassing to just constantly be reminded.
Please, God, let them forget this.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just like a baby.
Oh yeah, my mom takes care of sick babies.
I do. Neonatal intensive care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of them are adorable.
they are.
Wow.
Well, some
Well,
of
at
them
least
are.
you're brutally honest.
Some of them are. I mean, once they get past the "oh God, how was that alive" stage, then
Yeah.
they become adorable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I mean, at that point, it's like.
Overcoming every part of human biology to recognize that babies are gross. Yep, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like when it looks like a raisin with 1,000 tubes in it. It's not exactly cute. It just looks like.
raisin with 1,000 tubes.
Well, see, when babies are born,
I remember as a kid, I
You-
came
you
in.
did
There was like
see
an
some,
incubator
yeah.
thing, and there was a preemie that like had developed no fat, and its skin was basically transparent. So it was just this weird little raisin baby, and it just had all kinds of tubes in it, and it like I fucking remember it to this day because it was like
Wow.
terrifying.
now, of course, nowadays you would never get in there to peek at babies.
Right.
That's not allowed anymore. But
Yeah.
Oh,
And I mean,
really?
nowadays, if I saw that, I'd just be
I
like,
guess that,
Whatever.
the you know the
was just, like,
privacy rules are
burned
much,
into my
much
mind,
more,
though.
We're much more strict about that.
I gotcha.
But yeah, when babies are born prematurely, their skin is very thin, and they don't
Wrinkly.
have any fat like you talked about, and they look like skinny little red old men.
yeah.
A half
baby.
hearted, not
Neil
really
was
devoted.
actually a very happy, good-natured little baby.
Aw.
Rowan
see
was
that.
Very
not.
sweet. Rowan was not.
That's how me and my brother were. I didn't
Yeah.
give a fuck about anything, and then they had Dylan, and he cried constantly. He was colicky as shit.
Rowan was
Wow.
colicky
Rowan,
too.
like I feel like my fear of heights started when I was a baby because I wouldn't come out of my crib, where Rowan would like climb out of it,
right.
Would
Yeah.
crime out of it.
crime out of it, crime.
when
It's
Neil-
a whole
when
new
Neil
level
was-
of
Get me out of
crime.
this crib.
When Neil was, just standing up, he'd stand at the edge of his crib with his hands on the rail down at waist level and cry for somebody to come and get him. Rowan, her rails would be up to here, and she'd be climbing out of that shit. So she was a pretty daring little unit. Yeah,
She was loud.
she was loud.
That is basically the only thing I remember as a kid is like how I couldn't sleep
Aww.
because of her.
Aww.
And then we moved the bed down to this room, and
Yeah.
I was like
you were
able to
nervous
sleep
at
again.
first about moving down here and being on a separate floor from the rest of us, but
Yeah, because
the
I didn't
only
want to be
oth-
away
the
from
only
you guys,
other-
because then I couldn't just, like, if I had a nightmare, I couldn't just walk down
to
the next room.
Yeah.
I'd have to go all the way upstairs.
Yeah. Oh,
Such a hassle if I had a nightmare.
This is an embarrassment for me. You probably don't remember this when you were like 4, and we were downstairs here, and you wanted something for a drink or something from the kitchen, and we went from that room up those 4 steps up into the kitchen area, and the lights were all off, so it was dark, and we got on the stairs. And I said, something's got me, something's got me. And Neil just shrieked in terror. And I had to tell him, oh my God, I was just kidding. I'm so sorry. He was terrified. And I felt like real shit for doing that. In retrospect, it's pretty fucking funny. But back then, it was a pretty mean thing to do to a little kid in the dark.
Oh man! Oh, you reminded me when we were kids. Me and Dylan for a while, and we had like twin mattresses in the same room, and then Jordan for a while had a crib, but and eventually I moved into my own room. But I remember, like, my dad crept up into the bedroom before we went to bed, and he hid under Dylan's mattress.
Oh my God!
He hid under Dylan's mattress, so my mom put us to bed, and then he my mom turned, she tucked us in, and she, turned the lights off. My dad just, pushed up on the mattress.
Oh, my God.
He scared the shit out of Dylan.
Yeah, I bet.
He scared the shit out of him. Dylan was really scared of E.T. when we were kids. So I was really, really convinced that E.T. was under the bed, and he was pushing it up.
Aww. Aww. That's me. The things people do to little kids. Oh my
the only
God.
thing I really remember of Jordan when we were kids was him shitting everywhere. He shit the bed and it just got everywhere. That's the only thing I remember of Jordan being a baby.
What about
anyway,
Grandma?
hi Jordan.
My parents can't
The
eat
farm,
guacamole anymore.
where
because
she was
food.
pissed about. This is a story that I remember about Grandma, about you guys when you were kids, when the boys were out in the barn, and it was time for dinner and they hadn't come in, so there was a set of stairs that was on the outside wall of the house, and so she took a broom and just banged on them like something was walking down the stairs.
Yes.
And so they just run out of the barn screaming because they thought it was haunted.
She came back into the house and she was laughing so hard she could barely talk.
Yeah.
Talking about what she had done.
Oh my God.
That one was pretty damn funny.
That is legit the scariest thing when you think something under the stairs might reach out and grab you. Oh my God.
Well, because they were on the lower level, and she just goes bang, 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 like something's walking down the stairs.
Down the stairs.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
something you can't see, and it's as a kid, that'd be
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
For sure. Nowadays, I'd be like, who the fuck's banging on the wall? You know?
Would you?
It's
I don't
so
know.
weird.
My mind would immediately still go to
You
assume
know,
that's a creepy something.
yeah, especially if
first.
you're alone and it's dark and
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
No matter
at
how
first-
old you
at
are,
first-
you think there are monsters.
For a
you
second,
really do.
yeah.
For a second, for sure, I'd be like, at first, this is Cthulhu's coming to get me. But then I'd be like, all right, who is this knife? You know?
Yeah.
Whoa! Pull a knife. Immediately pull
When
a knife.
I'm-
Holy cow!
When I'm alone in a strange environment, yes,
Wow.
Yeah.
I do. I pull out my knife. And there have been times where it's me and Teal alone, Mom's at work, and we're just hanging out in the bedroom watching cartoons, and we hear something in the house.
Yeah.
We're not sure if it's the cat or not.
Yeah.
I instantly
Kind of think of
grab whatever sword is around.
No
There's a bunch of
kidding.
machetes
Yeah.
over
That
there.
is
You know,
immediately
Yeah,
where
I go
my
to-
mind goes. That's
I go to-
crazy.
I go to-
mean, it's good to have you around in a survival
totally.
situation.
Yeah.
It sounds like Neil, because
But yeah, it's
I'd probably go out and
you
meet a
need to think
murderer
twice
to be
about-
murdered.
just
think
I
twice about sneaking up on him, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I grab a machete, I grab a knife, whatever's closest, and I will scan the house, you know.
Wow.
And then, because it's I have that nervous thing in my head, but it's I've had so many dreams where people have broken in. Thank you for joining us for this second part of this 3-part discussion of our childhood. See you next time.